We're live. Oh my God, we're live. Let's do it. So I'm just gonna just connect to Instagram because that takes a little bit of a time because there's a little bit of a backlog. Come on, just where there we is. Go live. So and while we're waiting for people to join, I am just gonna copy a file because I am just just in time. It's been a crazy day. Oh my God, I've learned so much on this one. So I'm just adding that in. Right, there we go. That's all sorted. Right, I can talk now. Thanks everyone for joining. Oh, look, we've got a few people joining already. Uh, Lost focus. That is the story of today is losing focus, and I think it kind of makes perfect sense why it is. So yesterday after day one, what I noticed was that I was tired, and that was it. I needed to really get myself into action. How am I going to say this? Yeah, you can tell I'm tired. So let's go back a bit, and I'm just going to do an intro, and then I'll probably have time to get my thoughts together. So as you can tell, the lost focus subject is very apt in this one. So for those that are joining, those that are going to watch it in the replay, what I'm doing is I am going to run for 40 days in a row 50 kilometers or just over 50 kilometers. And trust me, 50.65, the worst part of that distance is the 0.65 because if you kind of get to 50, you kind of go, I've done 50 kilometers, fantastic. And then you kind of, oh, I still got nearly a kilometer to go. And it just takes forever. And you're exhausted at that stage. And you just really do not want to sort of do it. So, but yeah, I'm running 40 days in a row, 65 kilometers, which means it's 2,026 kilometers in total. The reason why I'm doing it, and you can see that in the description, you can see there's a link on Instagram as well. The reason why I'm doing it is quite simply because I want to inspire people. I was chatting to some people, I had some lovely interactions today, and I was trying to tell them, and they went straight in and said, "Hey, yeah, are you doing it for charity?" And I went, "No, absolutely not. I never do anything for charity. I never do anything for charity for one reason is because I want you to give to the charity you believe in, not the one I believe in." Uh, yeah, there's so many charities in there. Carry on with the one that's important to you. And so that was the reason why I always um, never have asked to do things for charity. But then there's also an extra reason I was telling them is that it was the fact that people just don't have a lot of money now. So, or I don't know if it's you have this, but someone sends a charity thing through, and I'm really excited for them. But at the same time, I'm going, oh man, I don't have a lot of money that I can really spend, and they're all coming in. You get. It feels like sometimes you've got like five or six of them coming in at you, all for doing charities, and they're all worthy causes, and you want to support them because they're all your friends. It's just that it's a lot of money. So I want to sort of get something that is going to have a sort of an impact on on the world, but doesn't cost money. And that's the beauty of picking up trash. It doesn't cost you money, and or acts of kindness. So what I want people to do is an act of kindness. I want people to just go onto the website wayoflife.com/run for promises, link on Instagram, link in the description on YouTube, Facebook. So the just go to that address and make a promise. Or even better, record a video. You're going to see some at the end of people making some promises online, and that's just perfect. Let's just share these stories. Let's inspire people. And a lot of the time, I've been saying to people, they say, I can't think of a promise." And what I'm doing is I'm saying to them, I bet you do something really positive at the moment already, and that's actually with the three today. Yeah, they all made promises that they already do. I mean, they did adjust it a little bit, but what we tend to do is the news is so negative, and yeah, it's been proven that negative and bad news gets more attention. We sort of lock into it quicker than positive news. You're already probably doing something amazing. I want you to reconnect with those positive things that you're doing, bring them to the front and go, oh yeah, I actually do that. Oh, some of these promises I want them to go, I want you to go. I really hope that you go, yeah, I do that. And then it's like fantastic. Share it. Just say, I do that as well. Don't, it's not a brag. It's saying, wow, great, you brought it to my attention. I do that as well, and I'm really proud of doing it. And let's see if we can inspire someone else to do it that doesn't do it. So that's the whole point of these promises. Is they are simple acts that don't cost you anything, but to the recipient, whether that's the environment, whether that's the community, or whether it's an individual, it can mean the world to them. An act of kindness costs you nothing, but it can mean everything to the recipient. And that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm doing. That's my preachy bit. And uh, give a smile, and yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly. When you give a smile, you also so it's a positive thing, and that's what happens. All the shout out, I got loads of shout outs today, which I didn't even realize it uh, on YouTube. On YouTube, just a comment coming in from a friend is like saying, I just missed your preachy bit. That's good. You can always replay it. If you're coming in now, it's perfect timing. uh, yeah, just giving a smile to someone or saying a thank you to someone is just the best thing that you can do, because I have that all the time. And if you're a plogger, or if you pick up trash, or you do something good and someone says, well done, it just means the world to you. It is so simple. It doesn't cost them anything, but that gives me the energy, and it almost feels guilty how good I feel when someone says that. And so many people, somebody tooted at me, and so many people tooted, and so many people cheered me, and everything, and it just felt fantastic. I only found out one of the reasons why I got a lot more shout outs today is because apparently I'm in the paper. So I'm in the local newspaper, I think Haarlem's Dagblad. So if anyone's got the Haarlem's Dagblad subscription, then you should be able to see it. Can you send me a copy? Because I didn't even know it, and that's how news works. I always find that really amusing when someone tells me, "Yeah, you're on the news," and I go, "Oh, am I?" I mean, I want to be on the news, but yeah, it's just a surprise. So apparently, I was on there, which meant that I had quite a few people stop and like say, "Oh, I read you in the paper today." So it's on the online version apparently. So that's really cool. um, so that was my preachy bit. And I'm now going to talk about how the day went. So the title is Lost Focus. I completely lost focus. So recapping yesterday, what happened was I was just really tired. It just took way too long. It was yeah, it just took me way too long, and I didn't finish until 7. Today I finished at 7:30, so that's not a good start. I started later. I need to look at the stats. I started later, but having said that, it still took me just as long. I really struggled in that last 10 kilometers. I've been saying to people, running a marathon is one thing, running an ultra 50 kilometers is another thing. When people run a marathon, they always say the last 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers is the tough one. Imagine what it's like running another 8 on top of that one. It gets harder and harder and harder as you go through, and that's really hit me. I saw a couple of people today, and I'm not going to swear on this live stream, but the first thing I said to them was, 50 kilometers is a long way. I was like, man, this is a damn long way. I need to speed up, but I've got time, and I'm really exhausted. In fairness, I'm really exhausted, so I'm just playing catch up on sleep, and I've had those niggles as well. I just don't have that speed in me to do anything. We did park run today, and I was doing 6:30 pace, which is perfect. But I was doing 6:30 pace on a couple of the marathons last year in the 31 marathon, so I need to sort of get a lot quicker. So. Yeah. So for the comment about the coffee, yeah, I'm going to be coming there. So you'll see me a lot. I'm going to be running around a lot in Haarlem. So I will pass through. So let's talk about the day. So how did the day go off? Well, I had two great events today. We had Park Run, and then I had PlogX, which is my monthly-ish, really now, sort of cleanup. And I had some wonderful people coming. So 3 of them had shirts on. They had so you can actually DM me and I'll send you details about getting a shirt made. So if you want one, so the ones you see at the film at the end of it, you'll actually see what they look like. So just need a black shirt, or I can buy you a black shirt. I prefer if you sort of give me a black shirt that you've already got, and then I'll put it on there. So it doesn't cost very much, but yeah, just DM me if you want it, and you'll see them here. Brilliant background as well. It's also an Instagram post as well if you want to see what the details are. So I ran to, I ran. Oh, that was a fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to tell this story. I had the best act of kindness before I even made it to Park Run. So it's 5 kilometers to run to Park Run. And I was doing okay. I was doing 7:30 pace. I was like really excited, thinking that I've got plenty of time to get there. I'm going along. This lovely lady on a bike, a really old lady, sort of stopped by when she saw me running towards her. She stopped the bike and then chatted to me and said, "Oh, there's I think she like said there was a chest. There's a chest lying in the on the side of the path ahead of you. If you carry on that way and go over the traffic light says that there's a chest. I was like, oh my god, that's good, that's good. Hope it's full of gold bullion. So yeah, what am I going to find here? Yes, I'm going to be rich. I'll be able to buy a yacht and plug on a yacht. So I got really excited. But she was so sweet, and she was like, just, and it gives her a chance to sort of vent as well. Often happens, it's like, they tell me that they know I'm picking up trash, and they like go, oh, the trash here is awful, like that. I just love hearing those stories. It just gives them a chance to talk to someone who is picking up trash. It's a beautiful way to do that. It's kind of like an act of kindness, just listening to her so that she can say that. But yeah, it was really sweet that she said that. I run ahead, and unfortunately, it wasn't a sort of a treasure chest full of gold bullion. It was actually 2 crates of beer. That had been chucked on the side, and all the beer bottles were sort of lying in the prickles in the hedge. So I was like, okay, I'll tidy those up. And as I was tidying them up, a neighbor who I also used to work with years ago, 20 years ago, I used to work with him as well. He saw me. He was going to park run himself on his bike, and so he stopped, and so he helped me. He just what a brilliant act of kindness, just helping me pick up all of those bottles, as though together we made light work of it. And I got to park run on time because of something as simple as he had time to do it, and he just offered his services. And I think that's so fantastic. So Haya, thank you so much for doing that. I think it was really wonderful. It really meant the world to me, so thank you. So then I carried on to park run, got to park run just in time, and they let me do a little talky bit. So I get a little talky bit, give them my little speech and everything, and then I um, sort of ran around with Simona, who was there as well for park run, so which was fantastic. So we just sort of ran around, chatted and everything because I haven't seen her for ages. Also chatted a few others, so that was really cool. Had a really nice park run, just around 6:30 pace, perfect. So yeah, that was really good. I didn't do it with the buggy. I just ran around because I'm picking up trash all the time. So I literally just ran around and did park run in a chilled pace. So I got that done. That was perfect. And then afterwards, I recorded some videos of people making promises. Had some really nice chats with people, including a guy that works with the Scouts. I want to do something with the Scouts in the new year, just to inspire them a bit. They sort of really so his promise is on there as well, but I'll won't be on today's thing. So I did park run, and then the next thing to do is I run to Run X in town, which is around 3-4 kilometers, and then just get ready for Plog X. And this time, so the three fantastic friends who just joined me, so Raquel, sort of Rob and Rochelle, was Rob and Sonda. They just joined me. They've all got bought shirts. They're such huge. Such wonderful people. They've really been supporting me. They do the Plog X every time. Sanders was first time doing Plog X, but we have so many conversations during the week with him. The two of us just talking about things, and he's bought the same grabber as I've got and everything. So we literally just took our time and went to Run X to do the Plog X, which was with them. So and one other person and a couple of other people. Let me just take a drink. So, um, so then we did PlogX. A couple of others joined. Really nice addition. And we had the sort of the competition as we always do. For once, Rob didn't win. He came, he I think he was like last place. It was that bad. So that was good. So Arwen actually won, who's also is on the council. So that's fantastic. So I promised her a shirt. So PlogX was done. Then I ran with Sander for a little bit, and then I just did a loop around Sunfort. I'm going to do a loop tomorrow. If anyone's interested, I'm going to be doing a loop very early tomorrow around around the Savek to along the boulevard and then back. Met Peter, who has got a sort of a fish stall, sort of like fish and chips, that kind of thing, a fish crown on the boulevard. He's really active in cleaning up, and every time I go past, I put my cans in his bottle because that supports the cleanups that he organises, which is really good. But then and it's kind of becoming a bit of tradition. They offer me a Coke, and it is the best Coke I get all day. It is so cold, and they just sort of give me a Coke just to say, yeah, do you want a Coke? And so I just drink that. It's just so delicious. Then carried on, and I'm now getting tired. So I think I've got around 20 kilometers to go as I was in Sunfort. And I was like thinking, okay, I was really sort of slowing down. I was overheating as well. And this is where the sort of focus getting. I think I'm tired. I'm overheating. I know that I went to um, Amsterdam's of waterleiding down thingy. I went to that park. They've got a sort of a nice water tap. So I literally just drenched myself in the banana suit, and that's where I made sort of one of my big mistakes. I mentioned it on a story about an earphone. Actually, the other one of this. So I've got two of them, or now I've actually got one of them. So what I did was I was just out of focus. I was like thinking, I'm gonna drench myself. I want to sort of take that off. I just put it on the buggy. I didn't put it in a bag or anything. I'd put it there and put it back in, but I forgot. Just drive off, and somewhere there is an earpiece lying on a road, on a path somewhere, and I just cannot find it. I tried to use Google Find Hub, and it just kept on sending me into different places. So it was a bit of a nightmare. One thing to mention as well on the run to Bloom on to the run to the sea, there was someone who has seen me on Facebook, which was really sweet. So they actually went, oh, that's there's Paul. So they stopped and they were sort of filming me sort of going up, and I was on the bike path, and and we're just having a lovely chat. I'm telling them about the story, about everything that's sort of around it, and I'm on the bike path. It's quite a wide buggy, and there was this father with his kids just went past, and it was like made some sort of snide comment of, you know, this is a bike path like that, and yeah, I'm on the buggy. I cannot you put the buggy on the footpath, and I'm just chatting with some people at that moment, and I just sort of shouted to him. So I've decided that if someone's going to get grumpy at me, what am I going to say? So I'm going to say two things. My really, I'm upset at you. One is going to be, now I understand why the world is so bad. That's going to be my comment. That's going to be my put down, my burn. Uh, and then the other one is, why don't you come back and ask me what I'm doing? So that's the sort of the other thing. So I actually said that to him as he cycled past and said, "This is not a bike. This is yeah, you're on a bike path." And he sort of cycled on with his kids, and I just shouted out, "Why don't you come back and ask me what I'm doing?" That was it. I just was like, oh. And it made me think. I'm not an activist, and I'm trying to be positive and everything like that. But what I am, what I am is I'm an antagonist. So on that bike path, I've had the most comments, the most criticism, or most sort of abuse I've had. It's not really abuse, but shouts at me is when I've been plogging along the bike path, and I have to plug along the bike path. That is where the trash is. It's not on the footpath. The bike path is next to the cars. So the cars are throwing it out, the bikes are throwing it out. The people that are walking are not throwing trash on the way to the sea. So I have to run on that bike path. So I'm an antagonist, and I hold my line. I'm not, yeah, I try to get out of the way of people, but I have to run down that road. And I've got a big buggy this time. So I'm sort of half expecting sort of comments to sort of come in. And so I'm a bit of an antagonist. I'm like, okay, come on, say something. And but he just carried on. He didn't do anything. And I'm pretty sure that none of them will. But that's those are my put down burns, which is, yeah, now I see why the world's so bad. Or why don't you come and ask me what I'm doing before you moan? So that's it. Just had a comment. Would it, yeah, would the earbuds be one of the rubbish bags in the trolley? Yeah, it could well be, except I can't connect to it. So I thought that. I had a look, but I'm gonna have another look. It's I've actually got the same bag that is there, so it could well be there. Oh no, it's not. It wouldn't be there. I would have got rid of it beforehand. I think there's only one place I could possibly find it, which I'm actually going to be running along there on the way back. So there is hope still, but I don't think so. But it's just really weird that the earphones are gone. So anyway, so that was it. And then I was just so tired that I was just decided to run a couple of loops of my route. Um, Oh, and I soaked myself because I soaked myself in the water. I've discovered a problem with the new banana suit is it's so long that I was actually getting rashes on my knee, friction burns on my knee from where the banana suit was rubbing when it was wet. So I actually had to sort of tie it up a little bit just to sort of cover that around. So yeah, I've got knee burns just from running in a banana suit. There you go. Yeah, make what you will from that. Uh, so I had that, and then and I was so overheating. I just decided to do loops around some shaded area, just running around, and that's when I noticed that the earphone was missing. I looked on the hub, and it said back there. Then I went back there. Then it said back here, and I went back there, which is so that just cost me so much time, just back and forth and trying to connect to it, trying to find it where it was saying is where it was. Yeah. Someone's just like saying banana knee burns. I'd like to see that, explain that to the doctor. Yeah, I'm sorry, I've got friction burns from my banana suit. so so yeah, the so that's where I lost my focus. It was just like I was just so panicky. I just cannot focus because I'm so tired at the moment that my mind is wandering, or my mind just thinks this is more important than anything else in the world. So I'm just running around like a headless chicken. It actually reminds me, I just thought of this as well. There was this one wonderful woman called Rosie. She was quite famous back in the 2000s, in sort of the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. When I did the Marathon des Sables, she was quite famous. So I knew her from a couple of other half marathons and things like that. She was a bit of a crazy character, and I was doing the Marathon des Sables, so the 250 kilometers in the Sahara in 2000, and I was really struggling anyway. But I was doing the overnight one, and I'm trying to go ahead in the direction where the lights are. And then Rosie, just this woman, just comes back along the other way in the pitch black and saying, my headlight. And she was just panicking. She was literally just in the Sahara, walking around randomly in the dark, trying to find a headlight. So just crazy. She was all right in the end, but I've kind of got I've got Rosie. I've got the Rosie situation happening. I'm doing a Rosie, which it means I'm just so focused on one thing. I'm just losing focus and just going off. And that's what happened today. So I need to make sure when I shut down that I get enough sleep, get enough recovery, which I did yesterday, and I had good night's sleep and everything like that. But I need to make sure that I have that consistently. I think the next few days are going to be exactly the same as this, which is okay. I'm in Harlem tomorrow. I get up super early. So if anyone wants to join us, there's a sort of Simone and I are going to be doing the loop around so we'll go from Edved. We're going to sort of head down to the beach, sort of Bloomingdale Say, and then head back up Sandford to Land, which is a sort of a nice loop. So if anyone wants to be there, I think we'll be there at 9:30. So just DM me if you want to sort of join. No, that's I've got a comment about from the Running Dutchman. Yeah, can't you run in IKEA? They do a marathon in London. You can do the first Dutch run. I do not want to. I was talking about this to a friend. I couldn't think of anything worse than running around in IKEA. It's just you know, yeah. As much as I try to be positive, you cannot be positive walking around IKEA. And I say that with love for IKEA because they've made a beautiful film about me, but you cannot go in there and not get grumpy. So I do not want to do a marathon around there. That I definitely don't. So the Owen, yeah, the banana knees are not good. Don't mix them up. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let me just take some more water. So a little bit of ginger in there and an ice cube. Fantastic. I'm loving the recovery drink at the moment. That was I remember that last year as well. It was as soon as I sort of finished and I sort of had the recovery drink. It's just a vanilla recovery drink, and what I do is I just fill it up with water, put an ice cube in there, and mash it up, and I just got a sort of a blender, and it is just the most delicious drink after you've run a long run. I just love it. I look so forward. Look so forward to that, and I just literally down it in one or two. It's just like a like a liter, and I'm just like this. Love it. um, if anyone's got any questions, then put them in. I'll just go scroll through. But yeah, so the day's done. Number two's in the bag. Number three's tomorrow. I'm just going to be sort of running around. Yeah, doing that loop and then and just running in Harlem and things like that. So just more of the same, trying to get my energy, trying to control myself and the pacing so that I can try and get a bit of speed up. I still need to knock off like an hour or 2 hours off that time before next Wednesday when I've got a huge event in Amsterdam um, with the Pact and also with the wethouder, so the councillor for Amsterdam Council as well. So and we've got some press as well. Just a reminder, so if anyone who has joined himself, yeah, if you've got the Harlem's Duck Blood, apparently I'm on the online version. I didn't know until a couple of people stopped me today and were like saying, "Hey, I just read about you." I was like, "Oh, what about this adventure? How do they know?" I wasn't going to. I was sending out the press briefing, um, sort of tomorrow, but apparently it's already out. So I don't need to send them a press release. Fantastic. um, I'm just going to look see if there's any questions. Oh, have you added up your? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I can do that now. So in terms of trash, so yesterday I got 108, which was ridiculous. So what we got today was I tried to be more focused and not pick up trash everywhere. That worked. The problem was I was just tired this time. So here we go. 20, 30, 20, 42 kilos. 42 kilos and 8 bags of trash. So whatever 8 times 60 liters is. So yeah, shots of the art. Yeah, fantastic. If you can sort of download it as a PDF or something like that, it'd be perfect just for me to see. So 42 kilograms, which is crazy. I want to do 25 kilograms a day. And yesterday I did 108 and today I did 42, which is just, you know, I'm way ahead of schedule. I could reduce that, which means it could help me with my speed, but I was being pretty efficient today. I think we had a couple of cleanups, which helps. There's other people picking up trash, which means the total's got up a bit on that one. I think tomorrow will be the telltale sign of it. I mean, because especially as I'm going to be going along the same route a lot of the time that I did already today. So I don't think we'll find much trash. What I might do is, and I told Sonda this, there's a nice place where there's a load of bikes in the water. I might just fish those out to get some, 30 kilos. Is that cheating? Is that cheating? I don't know if that's cheating. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I picked it up during on my run, So even if I fished it out, so that was it. Um, I think let me just see if there's any sort of any comments. Let's have a look. Oh, there you go. You've already run. So Daniel said you've already run more ultras in 2 days in a row than most in humanity and collected trash. Yeah, I mean, I have to keep that in perspective. In as much as yeah, I should be proud of it. Yeah, what I've done is already good, but yeah, I've got 38 more to go. uh, yeah, I think that's it. I think those are all the questions. If anyone's got any questions, just ping them in. But what I'm going to do now is the whole point of this is to get promises. And please, I'm lucky enough. I've got some promises from the events today, but I really want people to make a promise on a video and just send it to me. Just get your phone out, do a selfie video, and then just send it to me, and then I can include it in the live stream. I can include it in the reels, one of the two, just to sort of try and inspire people. I think it's a really nice addition to it. So what we're going to have now is I've just selected three. So the three that bought the shirts. So love them to bits. So if you want a shirt, just DM me. But I'm going to play their acts of kindness, what their acts of kindness. And as I said, this is all three of these are pretty much the same. They're in Dutch, so apologies for that. I'll tell you what they're saying afterwards, just for it. But it's the same thing. If you're doing something positive, this is also a moment to remind yourself that you're doing that. Sometimes we think, oh man, this is such it's not going well or whatever. Look at the good things you're doing. Don't just look at the bad things you're doing. Look at the good things you're doing. You are doing amazing. I'm pretty sure of it. It only has to be small. You don't have to be perfect. Yes, you can always do more. I could do gazillions more. I am so far from perfect. But that's not who we are as, but just do a bit and you can always add to them. But, share your positive story, your pledge, whether it's something you already do, just to say, hey, this is what I do, or it's something you're about to do. Here are the three, or three of them. I've got more for tomorrow just in case, but please send me your videos. So here they are.
Dat ik tijdens het hardlopen, wat ik nu ook al doe af en toe, maar ik ga dat nu met meer regelmaat doen, spullen gaat opruimen van de grond. Want het maakt de omgeving zoveel mooier en ik wil zelf ook graag in een mooie omgeving lopen. Dus hierbij, mijn belofte.
Zo. Ik beloof dat ik de komende tijd nog meer ga ploggen, nog meer afval ga opruimen. Ik ga ook proberen om andere mensen te inspireren daarvoor. En ik ga de komende tijd gewoon proberen om net zo positief in het leven te staan als meneer Way.
Dankjewel. Jullie moeten die kant op kijken.
Ik beloof dat ik doorga met opruimen van afval, troep, ploggen. En I try to be even kinder to people while plugging.
That's a big promise. I will skip over that last one. Yeah, they're just wonderful people, those three, and you can see the t-shirts that they had. But basically, they're the same things. They're like saying we already pick up trash, we're already plugging, and they are fantastic. A fantastic group of three that are plugging so much, and they just say they want to carry on doing it, try and inspire people doing it. That's what they were basically saying. I think it's just so, it can't get better than that, right? I think that's just so fantastic that, and they're inspiring people as well. So they are, they because they know, sort of. I've had conversations with them all, and they've all had conversations with other people about it, and I think that's just so wonderful. It's they're not just picking up trash when they're with me or everything like that. They're also talking about it at home and spreading the word, and that's it. I spoke to a guy. There was a guy that stopped me on the bike just as I was about to finish today, and and he was talking about he picks up trash, and he has like a really nice group of 30 people, and everything. And I was just sort of chatting to him, and I said, look, he was like saying, why the banana suit? It's like fantastic, the banana suit. And I said, yeah, it's for attention. It's sort of, you, nearly all of you will know this. When you pick up a piece of trash, you make an impact. But when people see you doing it, you can make a difference. That's the importance. And I said to Sandra today, it's actually when we do this plugging event, the PlugX event that we do in town, with disco music and everything, it's not about the amount of trash we pick up. It's about the amount of people that see us picking up trash. That is the power. And that is the chance to change people. You don't have to have a conversation with people. If they see you doing it, then they see you the next time doing it, or maybe they see you, in 2 months doing it. When it does stick in their mind that they register that, hang on, they're always picking up trash. It's gonna sit deeper, and that's the power. Being seen is the power. That's very much my way of life. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. I've definitely enjoyed it. I'm now going to go and put my recovery boots on. I'm going to go and have some food, and I'm going to make a reels, and I'm going to go to bed, sleep, get up next day. I think, what do you reckon? Shall I run 50.65 kilometers? I think so. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.